Hello Taurus, how you doing? And welcome back to the Astroflower and your weekly energy reading going from the 25th to the 31st of August. Hope you're doing well. Messages from energy. It was all about getting in sync with energy and it doesn't, I've had a few comments about that, and getting in sync with energy doesn't necessarily mean meditation and so forth, although that's a great part of it. It's more a case of everything you do is in sync with the energy that is around you. So even if it's down to making a cup of tea or, you know, starting a new business, everything that you must do involving that business or making that cup of tea has got to be in sync with the energies that you feel good about, that it relates to you. And it is going as fast or as slow as you so desire. So that's all about getting in sync. And there's a reason for that. And that's because in the next sort of 20 days, it seems like there's going to be a very conscious shift that's going to be happening within the human world, but also it's going to be tied into a geological event. So I will be doing a deeper dive on that aspect of that messages from energy. Great messages from energy, and the chakra sequencing as well from the messages from energy was quite unusual because there was a pairing of chakras that you don't normally see going together. So very interesting. I put it down to pole shift a little bit, but if you want to see the messages from energy, you'll find it on our channel. There's also videos to do with manifestation and the tea routine, which is a phenomenal tool to help you cut through the confusion that life can sometimes send our way. So, yes, we did talk about the elements as well, water and earth. And it seems like the water seems to be connected to the crown and the root, as if to sort of say, this is your pathway. There's no need to get emotional about it. There's no need for you to you know, sort of get stressed about it or anything like that. Just follow the pathway simply as it is presented before you. And that's very similar to what I was talking about in the manifestation video as well the other week. And that seems to be, and it's combining with this earth energy that's in the middle. So getting on and doing, just keeping calm and doing, I think is really important in this coming week, possibly even 2 weeks. Okay, let's get into the messages for energy for you and see what's going on there. Get also a chakra sequencing as well. If you've got any questions that you would like answered, channeled as it were, just make them, put the question in the comments down below. It's always great to see your comments. Lovely to see it. Do appreciate it. And also, subscribing is absolutely beautiful. Um, so if you've got questions that you want a channeled answer to, just put it in the comment section. And we'll put it, and we'll pick the two questions for the coming week, the following week, and we'll be answering your question. Okay, so let's just get into your reading for this week here. So just connecting to the energies here, seeing what sort of colors that are coming out. Okay, well, we got it seems like so it's very clear blue, so it seems like an inspirational idea that drives a lot of passion within your life. And I think the energy is trying to stimulate a eureka moment for you. So this is what I mean about getting in sync. In everything that we do, it accumulates and culminates, and it seems to be building up into a eureka moment, which releases that passion, that fire that you have within you, Taurus, to really get the best out of life. Very vibrant energy for you. Uh, Super fast as well, actually. Things are going to be look like they're going to be moving on quite rapidly for you, as it were. Let's just have a look in Pacific domain. So let's look at the general energy. Let's see if we can get a vision for that. So you might, at the beginning part of the week and possibly this weekend, it's like the dust is settling in life, and it's making you kind of go, where is everything? It's almost as if like there's been a bit of a storm that's come through, and you're looking around and kind of going, where is exactly what's right for me? Where is everything? Where, making sure everything's in its right place and stuff like that. And what that builds is that eureka moment of kind of going, oh right, there it is. These and things seems to be shifting for you, in the way in which you do things, and it's almost shifting in the way in which you do business. There's a real sort of finding an essence of what you should be, what you should be living in the physical world here. And it's a real sort of like, it lightens up your face as if to sort of say, yes, I now know, I now understand. And once you do, there's no going back. You can't once you know, you can't unknow. So once you realize that within you, it's going to be a lot easier for you to just kind of get into line, get into sync, and start really heading off in the direction that's good for you. Let's see what's going on the financial side, and the job sort of side, business and projects and so forth. Let's just see what's going on there. So this is a week to network. This is a week to get out there. This is a week to give your number out, or take people's numbers, whichever way it is the situation. Um, but it's getting out there and getting out there and getting involved. The more you can get out there and get involved, the more the results are going to, or the evident path will become absolutely clear. So rather than sort of like trying to do lots of different things at the moment, which may well be the case, to try and stimulate your financial or your business or your job or whatever, your projects. Here is a case here is, and I think this comes down to this sort of like, it's almost like a golden crystal that you're finding, um, in your life, and it's going to crystallize your way of being. And it's like within all of those things, there's going to be one or two things that are really working. And those one or two things that are really working, I would streamline things and start concentrating on that. As I said, there seems to be like the dust is settling, a lot of things are settling down around you, and there seems to be a lot of things around you, almost too much. But within all of that, there's one or two things that you kind of go, yes, that is it. And it's gonna stop you from doing a lot of things that didn't really bring you in a lot of results here. It's going to make you certainly feel like this is the ultimate goal for me, the empowerment that I've been looking for, the sense of achievement, and the sense of success within your life. What is it concerning with? It seems to be, I want to say service. Um, it could be like an app, or you're working with a particular thing on the internet with a you know and it could be helping people to do things, helping people, and it could be maybe even doing your own YouTube channel. Um, but it seems to be a way of sort of like, and service can also be sort of like service as in doing a restaurant, or starting up your own fast food business, or whatever it is. Um, it just seems to be where it's a service that people are waiting for, and it could be working for a company that is opening up that possibility for you, something new, something. And it could be working with AI, it could be working with lots of different things, really. But it's about that service at the end to the client that seems to be really important. And that networking side there is opening up that golden opportunity um, to create that service to other people. It works incredibly well for you, and it's kind of like you're sifting through a load of stuff, and you realise you just kind of went, oh, don't need any of that. This is exactly what I need. So it gives it a real sort of focus for you going forward. Let's just see what's happening on the relationship side of life. Putting the pieces back together, starting to get to know yourself, starting to feel that it's okay to be in love. That yeah, it can be complicated from time to time. I understand that, and sometimes it's not the smoothest of paths, but there seems to be like a recognition from within you that's sort of saying, I understand myself. I understand what makes me tick. I also understand what I appreciate in other people. And all of a sudden, that is as well going to streamline a lot of things. This all ties back into that moment of kind of going, oh, yeah, that's exactly what I want. And it seems to be it's either someone that and you might know them incredibly well, and you're starting to see them in a different light. It could be a relationship that you're already in that you might have found that it was a little bit difficult, a little bit stale at times. And all of a sudden, you're finding a new invigoration within that relationship in a really beautiful way, or finding a new connection with someone that you know already. And it's just making you kind of go, oh, yeah, I didn't really see you like that before. Now I'm seeing you in a different light. And it's helping you to realize how good you are and the good things in you and your self-worth and that you're a good catch, as it were. It's helping you to really understand that sort of importance of being at one with oneself. And this is also being in step with energy as well. That's all part and parcel of it. So it's a really good sort of revelation or realization for you here in regards to love or relationships and so forth. Because you're starting to realize that within you. The other thing I'm getting as well is a recognition by the group. So this could be family, friends, community, and it's like you're redefining your relationship with these groups or with groups of people in a way that you feel a lot more comfortable about. You don't have to try too hard. You get a lot of support as much as you can support others, and it builds a lot of faith and belief in one another as well, and a lot more sort of togetherness. And that's I think it's making you feel a lot more happier about life as well. Okay, let's just see what's going on the spiritual path. Come back to that realization as well. I also think there's okay, so if I was to give you a concept, what is the most destructive thing, light or darkness? And it's not what you seem to think. When anything is exposed to sunlight, it gets dirty. If you cover it over, it cleans itself. So actually, um, light is destructive, whereas darkness is preservation. Um, and I'm not going to associate light with good and dark with bad because I don't believe in good and bad. I don't believe it exists. I'm a Taoist more than anything else. Everything is where it should be, as it were. But it's just that whole sort of spiritual sort of thing of seeing something in a different vein. So all of a sudden, it gives it a new sort of nuance to a spiritual practice or a spiritual belief system or your connection to the greater being or everything that is around you. It's just putting things on a new level. Everything seems to be being put on a new level for you now. It's as if like you've gone through the apprenticeship of understanding about yourself, and now you understand you can really put life on a different level with the world that is around you. Really beautiful energies. Let's just see what's going on with the chakra sequencing for you. Okay, so we got the central point energy straight away. There is this overthinking side. The crown and the root is there, but the crown is a little bit heavy at the moment, and I think that's to do with the multitudes of things that you might have going on in your life. So definitely do not overthink things. Do not try and presume things either, because you will only be disappointed as you go forward. Be open to surprise and open to the possibilities in life. Okay, let's just see where it's moving on to. It's moving on to the solar plexus. Very much your a Taurus chakra, that really, and that's where you get that determination and courage as well. It's about, this is where we find, when I'm looking at people's chakras, when I'm doing healings and so forth, that's where we find people's confidence in themselves, in life, and confidence is something that you cultivate. So you do something for the very first time. Once you've done it for the very first time, you've got the confidence to either redo it again, or the confidence to turn around and start saying, "No, I ain't touching that again." You know, and it's building a great deal of confidence within that solar plexus, and a great deal of determination as well, which you have an abundance, Taurus. Okay, then it goes back up to the solar plex. Goes back up to the, sorry, to the third eye. And here is yet again, do not overthink things. The less you think, the better. If you go and see my tea meditation video that I did, it will really help you get a grip with the monkey mind that can constantly badger us from day to day. And what you want is that monkey mind to start working for you rather than you running after that monkey mind. And it keeps coming back to this idea of kind of going, usually the most simplest of answers is the answer for you. And it's coming back to that sort of thing. And that realization, then it comes into the heart, and it is a realization of kind of going, it's so much easier than I thought. Wow, I can't believe I was making it complicated. And it's like it's almost as like you're now strolling down the road, just like, life is treating you really well, because you go through that process of finding that confidence within yourself and not overthinking things. It's going back to the crown and the root. And as it does go back to the crown and the root, this is now the next question, and this is probably what's going to be coming out next week, but in the following week after that, just in the first week of September, it's coming out in the sense of finding how you ground yourself within your life. Because the root chakra seems to be a bit more important than the crown chakra was at the beginning of the sequencing. And as we go back through into the beginning, into the sequencing, then the overthinking starts. So finding your position and everything like that could well be, coming up at the latter stages at the end of the week there. Okay, so it's really nice energies going on for you, Taurus. Absolutely beautiful. Let's just pull a few cards for you and see, see what the cards say. Let's start on your financial side, shall we? A new world. Yeah, this is that networking side as well. That's that whole sort of finding that gemstone in your life that makes your face just smile and light up. And you have all the elements that come along with the new world. And there's a lot of discovery and a lot of learning that goes into all of that. What's happening on the relationship side? Just you being you. I think this is where you find yourself, as I said earlier on. You find this confidence within yourself. You find this confidence within the community that is around you. But also you find that confidence within another relationship, or within a relationship that you know already, that goes to a completely different level, that brings you into your most powerful section, which makes you feel completely um, uh, sort of, not only are you relied upon, but you can rely upon them, as it were. There's a real depth of faith and belief in one another here, with that King of Pentacles. Totally you just being you, and people were starting to recognize the new you, as it were. What's the energy that's flowing through you? Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, it wouldn't be anything without hard work for you, Taurus. You love it. Um, Concentrating on the finer details. So this is where you're going to find that little nugget, because I don't think it's massive. This is the thing. I think it's something, and it comes in multitudes of different levels. It's not just on the work front. It's also on the spiritual front. It's also on the emotional front. There's lots of things going on around you, but there's this one little thing that just shines so brightly for you that, yes, this is exactly what it should be. And I think this is what you're looking for. And it seems like work at the moment, but once it hits home, this is where you're gonna have that moment of kind of going, wow, it was so much simpler than I thought, and it's going to be a relief for you because it's that simplicity that comes out. Okay, so there you go, Taurus. Thanking you very much for being here. Thanking you very much for having the confidence to subscribe, like, and share, and so forth. Absolutely beautiful to see all your comments and so forth. Don't forget about the messages from energy, the manifestation video, the T video, the 0 point energy video. There's loads of different videos anyway there on our channel. Yes, and the comment. If you want to ask a question, don't forget to comment your question. Make sure you keep it sort of straightforward. It's so then we can channel your answers for next week. In the meantime, that's all for me left to say is don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.